Good morning, Megha.
Good morning, Kamran.
So, can you quickly introduce yourself and brief about your little background to our audience?
First of all, thank you for inviting me to this kind of discussion. So, just to talk briefly about myself, I have good 12 years of experience. So, I have served various industries, worked in various domains. So, with this decade years of experience, now I've taken this to a next level where I would want to mentor young or let's say startup founders or somebody who wants to understand how industry works, how corporate culture works. Let's say these young students, young graduates, I'll not call them Gen Z, but they're the smartest generation right now because they absorb all the information very fast. So kind of helping them right now and starting up my own ventures, one of which is Startupology, that is going to change how India think right now when it comes to startup as a word. It's a very scary term for a lot of people. Since this is one book called Startupology, which is written by Mr. Vivek Chadha, he has described it beautifully. How you can start the idea, how you can execute it. So it's like a workshop in itself. So now giving it a physical face. So along with my team members, we are just trying to put this together.
Great, great. So, sir, you come from a very strong background of edtech industry, and you have worked and done a lot of work in edtech. Now that you talk about startupology, and to my knowledge, the startups, the hiring in the startups, the people you choose in startups are very different than the traditional way of how corporates hire people. So, how do you think the schooling system of India has to adapt to this new era of startups?
We are evolving very fast. Now, I visit a lot of universities and schools. Like, say, universities have their incubation centers where I've met people from every region of this country. And students are doing amazing job because their faculty and their universities and they're equipping them with a lot of, let's say, upcoming technologies, how they can make use of tools and systems and processes, they can think like an entrepreneur since the beginning, right? That information and that kind of skill set was missing 5 years, 10 years ago, right? Where people used to be very, very scared. Let's say we need to understand the psychology of entire India mindset when it comes to previous generation. Let's say they were highly focused that 9 to 5 is a bit that we need to do. So students were prepared according to 9 to 5 work culture. When they're, let's say, once they're finishing their education, coming to the real life, they have to look for their jobs, and let's say they are not even sure that if they want to work in certain industry, certain domain. Let's say it's only when they came into jobs they understood that this is something not which is not my passion. Let's say I don't want to do. So good 10 years after college, couldn't have access to the mentorship, right mentorship, couldn't have access to the right resources which can help them choose the right path since the beginning. So schools and universities nowadays are evolving. They are adopting AI fast. AI has made life so easy that it is even available in regional languages. It's just not the tier one tool right now. It's tier two, tier three, tier four city tools.
True.
Everybody is like roaming around with their smartphones, and AI has become so easy. If you have noticed, let's say WhatsApp is the most common communication tool all over India right now. Right? There's a tool integrated within WhatsApp called Meta AI. You're just sitting with the information in your one fingertip. You ask any question, it'll answer you. Be it your student, be it your principal, be it your, let's say, VP of a company, be it your subordinate in the company, or sitting at whatever level. Entire encyclopedia is just at a one button they have brought down to. So technologies has very evolved, and the thing is, Indian mindsets are great. We are great at adopting things
बट क्या
fast.
ये एआई टेक्नोलॉजी का ग्रो होना और इतना इवॉल्व होना स्कूलों तक पहुंच गया इंडिया में?
Schools को अगर हम अलग अलग segments में divide करते हैं, so I'll not take India as a whole market because it's a very peculiar market. Like I mentioned earlier as well, India is still living in multiple centuries together. The information flow and understanding in metro cities are really fast in their schools and their adoptions and everything. But when you go to tier two cities, that is slightly slower. Tier three cities slightly slower. Tier one cities like slightly slower. But it'll in next 6 months from where I'm looking next 6 months, even schools will be equipped to use AI in like smaller cities as well, because now organizations like Lead School in EdTech, if we talk about Indian trajectory, uh, they are already equipping classes with smart devices, right? And nowadays, smart devices and everything is well equipped with AI tools integrated in itself. It's not just people who want to begin with their own startups or like with their own business and everything. It's a mindset even used if you want to go in 9 to 5 job. Entrepreneurship mindset gives you the whole picture where you fit in. In 2025, everybody is living with two identities. One is digital identity, one is your physical identity. Both go hand in hand. If one part is missing, you're missing out on something, right? Digital identity is going to be the major chunk of your let's say in a professional world. For example, if you're sending out your resume, we don't use resume copies anymore. We use LinkedIn profiles, where everything is out open to the world, where you can describe what projects you have worked on, how many people you are connected with, what kind of network you bring on the table. So it's just not for the top class people, it is for the students as well. I suggest student sometimes I mentor students, so I suggest them that whatever projects you're working on, just put it out there on LinkedIn. Let's say open your horizon. So entrepreneurship mindset is what? Connecting with people. People is the most important factor. Even we'll grow in AI age, tech will take over. Lot of work will be done by AI or everything, but people will still remain the major factor, right? We have to work with people ultimately. Since you asked me references, so there's one more company. I'm forgetting. Yesterday we were discussing about that
Binary brain.
binary brain. They are doing amazing job from grade one, right? So companies like these are already taking over India and trying to. They have a very large vision to equip, let's say, all these students from grade 1 to pre-primary to let's say 12th standard, 11th standard to let's say university level.
Oh yes, and this was the actual debate. जो हम बात कर रहे थे, binary brain has introduced AI from grade one, and you
Absolutely.
have to introduce it. You cannot run away, and you cannot deprive the opportunities the small kids have. So that is totally true.
Yeah.
But how do we implement this mindset? The NEP, NCF 2023, all these policies government rolled out, they all talk about creativity, problem solving, 21st century skills. So how do one teach creativity?
It's a very good question that you have asked. At AI's age, you know what creativity has reduced to? Just the way you want to ask a story. It reduced to prompting. I'll give you a very brief example. Even a second standard student can do it. WhatsApp is a communication channel used by everyone, be it a second standard student to anyone. It's the simplest tool, communication tool. Now there, if you'll open your WhatsApp right now, there's a circle there, okay, that says Meta AI. Just open that, ask any question. The creativity lies in the asking of the question. Since ages, if we talk about government policies, if we talk about anything, we need to ask the right questions. So creativity lies there. For example, if I want to know, since let's say we are sitting around the trees, I find it very fascinating, right? These plants, I'm in love with nature or something. I want to do something in this category itself. I want to make career out of it. Just click a picture, put it in AI, and ask that what kind of plant is this, let's say. Now you don't have to actually have a proper classrooms to have an access to the information where only one person give you you have access to information right in that box you're carrying. Smartphones are part of our lives. We are walking with the information all day long. Creativity lies in asking the question. Forget right time or wrong time or anything, but asking question is important. So what they are doing is they are creating that kind of mindset where making a child inquisitive to ask questions. So creativity is asking questions. It has reduced to that. AI can you give a prompt, AI can create an image. If I'll give you train AI with right prompting, let's say about Kamran, he has 12 years of experience, he looks like this, make his eyes like that, make his beard like this, make him look like, he'll give you exact picture. I'll give references and it'll draw exactly a person like yourself. So from that to, in fact, if you want to create business documents, let's say, if you want to create your, let's say, your test papers you have to solve. I'm saying that, the education is not about judging students on scores anymore. It's about how good you are to ask questions.
So what is that one message you want to give to all the principals in India, whether
One
whether
message:
it be primary, high school, or university?
embrace technology. Embrace technology. All the companies like Jeevandeep, all the companies like Binary, all the companies, similar companies, they are coming up with amazing solutions. Government is coming up with a lot of schemes. Just keep your arms open and welcome these companies to your institutes and help them equip you with the latest technologies, because they have researched it well, they know what it works, and they are preparing students in for coming times, which is a huge digital era. We are already living in digital age, as Modi ji also says that, right? From your finance, from your Paytm to, from your finances to everything, you're dependent on technology now. So let's equip students with more information. See, India is aiming for to become a superpower. I believe if you want to become a superpower, empower these young minds to since start, because let them not wait for next 10 years to finish school and then they'll come to life, then they'll understand. So all the things which you learning has become very, very fast. So my message to principal is just embrace all of these things and move fast. Let's say strategize. Principals need to strategize more often with their faculty, with their staff, with their internal staff. They need to take feedback, 360-degree feedback from students to teachers, uh, to all the board members, to whoever runs the university and school, and move fast, because technology is moving very fast, right? Embrace it, adopt it, okay, rewire everything, reset everything whenever it needed to. Equip fast. We all are working on a larger vision to take India to a next level. And I believe, not just I believe, since मैं जब छोटी थी तो मेरे फादर मुझे बोला करते थे कि कुछ एक इंसान को सिर्फ शिक्षा, एजुकेशन ही चेंज कर सकती है. इंडिया का मेजर विजन इस टाइम पे एजुकेशन ही है, और एजुकेशन को पिक्चर में या फिर उसको फिजिकल फॉर्म में लाने वाले प्रिंसिपल्स ही हैं. सो
Well said.
it's, I mean, all the best, and already, I mean, we are doing a wonderful job when it comes to education. So all the best to all the principals, and that's my message for them.
Thank you.